There's been a lot of Dance Moms talk recently, with the reunion just having been filmed, and since the girls were getting back together, some of them decided to talk a little farther about what went down during the filming and also about their time on the show. In general, Jojo Siwa just recently launched a podcast of her own, and she had Kalani on to talk about the reunion. And much more, the two of them said that they were surprised how deep things got on the reunion and that it was not all just chill fun that they were having on set. They said they were actually talking a lot about some pretty serious stuff, and it turned like a therapy session for them to really unpack what happened during their time on Dance Moms all those years ago. Jojo and Kalani also talked about how they really leaned on each other during the taping of the reunion, and that people will probably be surprised to see what was discussed in the reunion, and this was kind of their time to shine, whereas the show was a lot about their moms expressing their feelings about the dance company and Abby and each other, always fighting, but this was their time. Honestly, a surprise that the producers of the reunion wanted to talk about the hard times of the show, because I feel like Lifetime would not want to look bad airing this on their own network. But I guess after all this time and the girls having spoken out about it so much over the years, they may have felt like they had to acknowledge it at least a little bit, and Kalani ended up opening up to Jojo about the fact that she suffered from anxiety following the end of Dance Moms. And this is not the first time we're hearing about this. This is something a lot of the girls who were on the show have opened up about as something that they struggled with following Dance Moms. When Maddie opened up about her experience both on and off the show, she talked about struggling with panic attacks as a result of things from the past and her mom having to apologize to her for putting her through the show and it leading her to feeling this way last year. When Kenzie recently sat down and talked about Dance Moms on Taylor Rayner's podcast with his wife, Taylor, she also talked about the struggles with anxiety that she had, and it's stemming from the show. So with all of this coming out about the show and the effects it had on the girls, it was only right that things were acknowledged in the reunion. And as much as some of the girls like Jojo and Kalani have said that the reunion was a form of closure for them and a way to heal from all that happened back in the day, as we know, not everyone was at the reunion we've talked about. Kenzie addressing the fact that her and Maddie were not there for the filming, and it was because they did not want to go back and revisit the past, feeling like they had moved on from that part of their life and they just don't want to go back down memory lane. But Neo was also missing from the photos of the reunion filming and was Chloe's mom, Christy. And since people have been asking for a more confirmed list of who is there and who was not, Jojo ended up spilling who was actually there and who was not, even though she said that they were not supposed to be telling anyone of this. So yeah, there's clearly just so much that happened on this show, and the girls have obviously changed a lot since they were filming, and I honestly can't wait to see what was discussed in the reunion, since even the girls were surprised by what was talked about. It's expected to come out sometime next year, but no specific date has been announced as of right now. I'll let you guys know if any more information comes out, but until then, I want to know what you guys think about all this thing, and what you thought about what these two had to say about their time on the show. Obviously, it's a little different than some of the others, as they do have a good relationship with Abby still, but that does not mean it was not without its hard times, as they have discussed. But let me know what your thoughts in the comments below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video.